How you doing, YouTube? Matt Master Beer Reviews back with a little bit of a Riwaka single hop, son, up in this piece in the form of Fox Farm Brewery. It is their Pora Riwaka. It's my favorite sounding hop, Riwaka. That and Fuggles. Riwaka and Fuggles sitting in the tree. Okay, yeah. I'm weird, dude. I don't know why. But yeah, Steven sent me this, my boy Steven. And I'm going to let you know a little secret. It's not a secret, by the way. Fox Farm doesn't suck. They're probably one of my favorite breweries going. I'll probably say that in every beer review that I do with these guys, and I'll keep saying it until they fuck it up. Yeah. This is 2 weeks old, 6.6%, and it's a India Pale Ale. And like I said, Riwaka-based, Riwaka hop. We'll see what's what. I actually forget what Riwaka was all about, so we're going to dive into this like we don't know anything, but act like we do. Always confident, often wrong, right? So here we go. Nice haze on her. Let's see if we get a nose. It smells nice. It's definitely like weed pulling, grassy kind of weediness, but not that super green grass, like chlorophyll green, or super dank, like kind of smoking weed grass. It's kind of that middle ground thing. There's this sharpness that's like it's somewhere different than pine needle, almost like a Christmas pine needle, like a fake faux kind of pine needle in the way it comes off, like pine solly, but not in a negative way, not in like a chemical kind of like a synthetic kind of way. There's sweetness in there, but it's hard to get past it because of all that bittering. And there's some kind of like melon, like a subtle melon too, like a honeydew kind of melon in there. And that's pretty much it. It's not super vibrant, but it's leaning heavily into a bitter and green kind of portion, but not the super familiar straight up weed or straight up kind of what you hop pellet green that a lot of people come to expect. I'm kind of interested in this. Cheers. That's very green. I mean, this is label to the beer, everything about it is green. It comes with that straight up green grassiness that I said wasn't there in the nose, definitely there in the taste, but it still hits those other ends of the green spectrum that it's hitting: the pulling weed, smoking weed, pine needle-y, almost at a point where it wants to get into like a minty portion of the show. That eucalyptus thing I talk about every now and then that I haven't really mentioned in quite some time. That melon thing is still there. It's still kind of like a under-ripened tropical fruit melon is how the fruit kind of comes off for me, almost to the point where I kind of want to say cucumber. I know I keep saying that in this review. It's almost to this point to where I kind of want to say, but that's the way it kind of comes off. So it's like almost like a fruited portion of a cucumber with all those green portions, which is even more green on green. So yeah, it's very green. Even when I think about it, like the honeydew, it's like green on green on green. That's how the beer kind of comes off. Dry, definitely not sweet. You get that little pop of sweetness at the beginning. That bitter takes over, and you just finish really dry, so it never comes off as even close to being overly sweet. I like this. It's not going to like Mount Rushmore status for me. It's going to be in the conversation. We can cut to the chase. Is one of the better ones. Yeah, conversation. Yes. I just like it for its uniqueness and the way it kind of really embraces that green portion of the show, and not just like, I'm going to dry hop to share this and all you're going to taste is fucking cryo hop, crazy hop pellety greenness. It's not that. There's multiple levels and multiple kind of pieces and bits and depth to the way the green kind of comes off, that it's not this kind of hops thrown at you for the sake of throwing it at you. You know, it's like sometimes you have like a garlicky meal that's just too much garlic, and you're like, I love garlic and I love it, but you're like, it just really just tastes like all garlic. But then you have that garlicky meal where it's like super garlicky, but you're like, this is so good because there's depth and level to that garlic. It's just not garlic, it's roasted garlic and this kind of garlic and that kind of garlic, all these variants done in different levels and stuff like that. It's the way the green kind of comes off in this beer, and a very super fun, very super awesome is the word. They're so hard nowadays. Don't get old, kids. Yeah, I dig this. I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. Shocker. I like Fox Farm stuff. There you go. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better hazies that I've had as of late? Yes. Is it going to be Mount Rushmore status for me? No, but it's one of the more interesting ones. Yes. That's where this one kind of lies, with that kind of hop fuck duggery that a lot of breweries do. Hop Butcher, Fox Farm, those kind of breweries that kind of push the envelope, do something a little different with their hops rather than just trying to peg a specific taste that 90% of the world kind of enjoys. I dig it. I think it's tasty, and I think, yeah. I was going to jump right to the, if you like what we like this. We can do that because it's Fox Farm and you got to buy it there by itself. Or you can buy it with other beers. You don't have to buy it alone. I'm not telling you how to buy your beer, but you know what I'm getting at. Brewery only, price point, no idea, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like experiencing different hop expression, I mean, that's kind of the best way I could put it, because this is not something that I typically come across. So it's a little bit foreign when you drink it, when you just let it kind of permeate and drink it, and kind of drink it for what it is, and not try to fit it in your own box and let it be its own box of beer. You view it as something that's positive, as opposed to being like, it didn't fit my role. Like, there's a difference between a beer that you don't like. There's a difference between a beer that doesn't taste well, that's not made well. Then there's a difference between a beer that you're not used to and you're uncomfortable with enjoying. You're like, this tastes weird. Or music, you hear a new band and you're like, I don't think I like this. And then years later you go, why the fuck did I not like this? This is awesome. It's kind of one of those things where sometimes you have to let your guard down and let those hops, let those tunes, let that food speak for itself, and just, see if you actually enjoy it without having preconceived notion. That's where this one lies. Yeah. Fun beer. Awesome beer. Thank you very much, Steven. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about the review. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Yeah. A little bit of Fox Farm right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.